No question about it. More and more people are interested in boosting their brain power through the use of nootropics, or smart pills, or cognitive enhancers. From students faced with the need to cram for an exam, aging baby boomers concerned about increasing senior moments, to overworked and highly stressed employees and business owners, our 24/7 connected society continues to demand more and more from us, and we seem to have less and less time. Working more intelligent does, of course, mean much more than merely taking a pill or supplement. Correct nutrition, sufficient rest, adequate hydration, exercise, and stress reduction all play an underappreciated but significant role in enabling the brain to function at its best. However, once this foundation is in place, nootropics can play a huge role in everything from intelligence increase to protecting the brain from toxins. There are several herbs, vitamins, and prescription drugs that have been shown to deliver what they promise. And what many refer to as the granddaddy of all nootropics is the racetam family. Racetams are a class of drugs that share a pyrrolidone nucleus. Many, such as piracetam, are considered nootropics. In addition to piracetam, oxiracetam, aniracetam, and pramiracetam, all have been safely taken for decades and have proven themselves to be well worth taking. Noopept is, without a doubt, one of the more powerful and efficient nootropics available, much stronger than most other nootropics. In fact, some reports have suggested that Noopept is up to 1,000 times more potent than the earlier racetams. Noopept was invented in Russia and is widely used in Europe. And as word spreads about its effectiveness, it is now available in America as well. Here are a few of the benefits that Noopept can deliver. Significantly enhanced cognitive ability. Noopept can make it easier to recall new ideas learned as well as make an association with several different concepts simultaneously. An increased ability to learn and remember. Noopept causes the release of certain neurotransmitters in the brain that are known to boost brain power and enhance learning and memory capabilities. According to several research studies, Noopept improves performance in all three areas of memory: formation, retrieval, and restoration. An enhanced mood, along with reduction in anxiety and stress. Protect the brain from toxins. Noopept is considered a neuroprotectant, which means that it can help to protect the neurons in the mind from damage by ridding the brain of toxins and poisons. In fact, the harm of excessive alcohol consumption may also be reduced. Improved verbal fluency. One user reports that, quote, thoughts come to you like words that you might have hunted for suddenly come to you, end quote. Speed of memory recall, intense focus, skyrocketing mental energy, smoother communication between both sides of the brain. This is something that the entire racetam family is known for. The connections and growth of new synapses between the right and left hemispheres of the brain increase when taking Noopept. The functions of the right and left brain are highly specialized, and most people favor one side over the other. Noopept can bridge this gap and allow users access to both sides of the brain. The results may be kind of impressive, to say the least. The right hemisphere develops a course of action by intuition, and the left hemisphere takes over and does the work. Quote, I get things done, end quote, is a familiar quote from Noopept users. Both of these proteins are vital to neuroplasticity, which plays a huge role in how well your brain can learn and adapt to new information. These two proteins have been described as, quote, the lifeblood of your neurons and brain cells, end quote. With higher levels of both proteins, your brain cells will get in and stay in much better health. In fact, this may be the key to Noopept's ability to increase memory retention, improved ability to concentrate, process new information far more efficiently, and even improve spatial reasoning, alertness, and vision. As we age, our neuroplasticity becomes less and less flexible, and this loss of flexibility may be the first step to dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Noopept fights this by keeping the brain youthful. When taken orally, Noopept circulates directly to the brain and crosses the blood-brain barrier effortlessly. Its level of bioavailability is quite high, which means that most of the dose is absorbed. It also goes to work fast, incredibly fast, within 15 to 20 minutes, which makes it one of the most rapid-acting nootropics. Once in the brain, Noopept finds particular glutamate receptors, then binds with these sites. The result is that the breakdown of glutamate is inhibited. This is important because glutamate is a very potent neurotransmitter that stimulates cognitive function. The more glutamate, the better the brain functions. Noopept also makes these receptors more sensitive to glutamate, and they are more easily activated. The result? Improvements in memory retention, learning new ideas and tasks, and several other cognitive processes associated with increased intelligence. Still, another way Noopept works is to increase the supply of oxygen to the brain. Many researchers feel that this is why so many Noopept users feel an increased ability to think more clearly, sometimes within minutes of taking Noopept. Finally, Noopept increases glucose metabolism in the brain. This is helpful since glucose, or sugar, is the primary source of energy in the brain. This is still another possible explanation for Noopept's benefits. As mentioned earlier, Noopept seems to stimulate the expression of nerve growth factor and brain-derived neurotropic factor in the memory and emotion center that is called the hippocampus. This is due to its high level of bioavailability and its ability to penetrate the blood-brain barrier. Noopept also stimulates dopamine, which causes mood elevation. For many users, Noopept is a dream come true. It is effective as a nootropic because it improves brain function and short-term focus in all of the most important ways simultaneously. As with all new supplements and drugs, the best course of action is to start at the low end of the recommendations and increase if needed and tolerated. You can begin with as little as 5 milligrams taken 2 to 3 times per day. The most common dose is 10 to 30 milligrams per day. However, never exceed 20 milligrams 3 times per day. If this happens, you risk overstimulating glutamate receptors, which may result in a serious condition called excitotoxicity. Excitotoxicity is a pathological process by which nerve centers are damaged and killed by excessive stimulation of neurotransmitters such as glutamate. Excitotoxicity is nothing to be taken lightly. It may be involved in spinal cord injury, stroke, traumatic brain injury, hearing loss, and neurodegenerative diseases of the central nervous system such as multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS, and Parkinson's disease. The odds are overwhelming that none of these afflictions will happen as a result of excessive Noopept consumption. But there is no need to overdo things, especially when there is no benefit in exceeding the recommended dose. As long as you follow the recommended dose, Noopept is safe and non-toxic. Some people combine Noopept with other nootropics in a nootropic stack. Typical Noopept stacks will include a choline source such as alpha-GPC or choline bitartrate. There are a wide variety of stacks to consider, and it begins with the question of, what are you trying to achieve? Reduce anxiety? Develop more creative thought? Increase the effects of other nootropics that you are taking? Before you go any further, make sure you have answered those questions and know what results you are looking for. Then research and experiment with different nootropic stacks until you find out what works best for you. Then research and experiment with different nootropic stacks until you find out what works best for you. If you decide to combine nootropics, proceed with caution, go slowly, and monitor the feedback that you are receiving. One benefit of this approach is that you can reduce the dose of what you are taking and still obtain a synergistic effect. Noopept is easy to buy. Only Google "buy Noopept" and you will have a wide array of choices. If you are price conscious, you may consider buying Noopept in bulk powder form, or you can purchase regular capsules. The decision is yours. To sum things up, if you're looking for that extra edge in your studies, job performance, and an all-around increase in mental ability, Noopept offers an option that is safe, easy to obtain, inexpensive, and efficient.